it's spreading, even to my wife. You're doing it. Run, Laurie, run! Welcome to 10K Tuesday. Well, hey, what's going on? Welcome to 10K Tuesday. If you've never been here before, hey, my name is Scott, and what I've got to do every Tuesday is I've got to run 10 kilometers in order to talk to you. And I've got this weird goal that I would like to make $10,000 on a Tuesday. And my vehicle to do that would likely be day trading. Today, I'm not running 10 kilometers. Why? Because I ran a freaking marathon on Sunday. And I am still so exquisitely sore from that event. I'm glad to be sore from it. I'm glad that I've got a toenail that about this. I actually think I'm gonna keep the toenail. It fell off on my last marathon in November, and I've got a kind of a ligament thing going on here with my left foot. It doesn't feel so hot. I'm not belly aching because I'm happy about, well, accomplishing my second marathon, and been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. Got me another bonus t-shirt here. So man, just so happy to do it in my new place, Virginia Beach. It's been my home for about a year now. So what I'm also happy about is that we've got my brother-in-law. This fitness thing is contagious, and so he ran a smaller event on Saturday, in 8K, which translates into about 5 miles, and then on Sunday. I wish it were all on Saturday. I'd probably be in far better shape, but they just, that's the way they staggered the events. And on Sunday, I ran my marathon, and I did it all from start to finish without stopping to pee, without stopping period, without walking. I ran the entire thing. Got about 3:35 and 15 seconds. That was my official time after it was all said and done. And so I didn't film while I ran the marathon. I have done that. I've got the link here to you in the notes below for the one that I did in Richmond. I will never film a marathon while I'm running the thing ever again because it costs me time. My ultimate marathon goal is I want to run New York City. I don't know why everybody else says Boston's better, but I just don't care. I want to run New York City. I want to hit all 5 of those boroughs. I want to run across the Verrazano Bridge, and when I'm done, I want to eat a big fat steak at Peter Luger's. That's what I want. And so someday I'll figure out how to do it. It's tough to qualify for New York and Boston, but in order to do that, I've got to really scale down my times on these smaller marathons like Richmond and Virginia Beach here. Anyway, kind of going down a rabbit hole here on what my dreams are and what I did. But the whole point is I want this to benefit you. My brother-in-law, Joseph, he's never run anything before, and he worked himself up to where he did the 8K event. And because he put his time in and practiced, because he put the time in, because he trained, because he had sort of an accountability partner between me and my wife, his sister, we kind of fed off each other and kept each other going. Like you can be friends with people, with Apple folks, and they can see your workouts, and so he can, he's like, oh crap, 10K Tuesday, kind of lit a fire under him. And then when he'd work out, I'd be like, oh cool, man, way to go, Joseph. So keep it going, right, between each other. Accountability. As human beings, we have a psychological thing, right? And the psychological thing is, if we are accountable to somebody, we will work harder just so we don't let that person down, as opposed to being a solo act and trying to better ourselves. I can't explain it. It's just sort of a fact that I picked up from Jim Rohn, and I know it's to be true. So accountability partners are really key for your fitness journey. You don't want to let them be a crutch. I have seen people in the gym just dicking around, where they've got one guy just watching you go to town on your bench press, and you're like talking and bullshitting. And I've seen situations where partners slow you down. So you want to be sure that you're in a relationship where you're pushing each other, right? Especially, I just don't want anybody to use accountability as a crutch. Be like, oh, I can't work out today. Billy Bob can't go with me. I think we both know that if you call off going to the gym because Billy Bob can't join you, then you're wussing out and you're looking for excuses. Anyway, so let's just use it in the best way possible and kind of keep each other pumped, right? So I hope that's of some help to you. And this whole weekend, I am more proud of Joseph for driving down and running his race than I am of myself for running the marathon. By the time he left, I know that there were some seeds planted on what's next. So the thing that I'm most excited about is that Joseph now has his eyes set on bigger goals. You know, so for example, when the Richmond Marathon comes back around again, well, guess what? There's smaller races built into the Richmond Marathon, you know, the half marathon. So I think right now, in his eyes, he's thinking, you know, half a marathon isn't too terribly much further than what I did. I can see myself doing that. You know, I guess I'm speaking for him, and I want that very much to be true. I think that's a logical step. You know, there's a 10-miler coming up, so that's just double what he did. And so, in a matter of fact, I've talked with folks that have struggled with 10 miles. They just can't, for some reason, it's a psychological barrier. They have had trouble going past that. I was like, well, if you're having trouble with 10 miles, then a half marathon is the perfect race for you, because it's just, you know, a little bit past that 10 miles. And on game day, when you run it, you'll make it. You'll make it because there's an energy on that game day. You know, the people that come out and support marathon runners, man, just God bless them. They really help us runners. Total strangers just pouring love onto you while you're running past and saying, you know, you can do it. You know, we're really proud of you. And they don't even know me. You know, I was wearing my lucky, oh shoot, I've got a big blaze orange Virginia Tech hat. It was cool seeing people in Virginia Cavalier hats. You know, they're the Hokies' rivals, saying, "Go Hokie!" You know, so you know, that was just really awesome. You know, and I want this for you. And one thing that I talk about all the time is that I think it's important that we have something challenging on our calendars, something to look forward to. And these marathons, they're biggies. And I really want that for you. Put something challenging on your calendar, work towards it, and when you get that thing done, oh my gosh, you will know that time was well spent. Even if you're sore, if you're broke down, I couldn't walk when I was done with that thing. I knew the moment I crossed the finish line, my time was limited before I would have to just crash out. And thank goodness it was at the beach and had a nice soft landing in the sand. There's this, this convention, this big super tent that happened to be on the beach. And there was a band in there when we were all done. And I just don't see how in the world the marathon runners were like dancing to the band. It had to be the half marathoners and below. I don't see how you could dance after having just run a marathon. I couldn't walk. I want that for you. I want that experience for you, and I hope, and that's why I make these videos. I don't do them for me. I do them for you. I do them to teach. If I don't, I believe that I don't know what in the world I'm talking about unless I can teach it. I wanted to share the marathon that I just ran because I've been working hard for it for months and months and months. And I honestly don't know what I'm going to do next. I've got to figure that out and put it on the calendar. So at any rate, I'm just going to have a little show and tell here for you. Some pictures and some videos from this weekend where Joseph came out and me and Laurie hung out and ate some chicken parmesan and stuff before the big day. That's my traditional meal before we go out and run these big races. Chicken parmesan, a little bit of protein, a little bit of pasta for the carbs. The night before, the day of, I don't eat anything. I let that be my fuel. I learned that from my old buddy's dad, Joe. Oh my gosh, Joseph just did something. Oh my gosh, how about that? Speak of the devil. All right, anyway, cool. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hey, we'll see you at least next week. And if you like the stuff that I'm putting out, by all means, why don't you hit the like button, consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you a dime, it means the world to me. And I put out something every Tuesday for sure, and sometimes a little more if I can get around to it. All right, cool. Enjoy the video. See you next time. What's been your strategy this morning, Joseph? Getting yourself ready, psyched up, limbered up.
One of my strategies is usually after the first alarm, I take my phone, I slide it across the floor so that I have to get up to turn it off. but you could just turn it off by your watch. So there's no point in doing that anymore. Thank
There he is. There's the Neptune. All right, they're setting off the first wave. Go, Joseph! Woo!
morning because I hit a side stitch around mile 1, stopped to use the bathroom, and then
It's go time, baby! That's my boy!
then I get home and have some time to chill, and I watch Suits while I run. So I didn't have my Suits today either. Yeah, we just got it.
Thank you.
I have to admit, I am rather impressed with myself.
Holy. I love you.
Cinnamon or ceremonial cacao. Cheers. We should all wear ours tomorrow.
Oh, that's true. Not worry. I don't want to get pinched. Oh, is that Scott?
That's
not your
my
phone?
man.
Oh, it's not my phone.
And in your BizCash sweatpants too. Nice job.
Did he get it?
All in one.
Oh my gosh. And I got it. Yay!
And then Yingling sponsors the other one, and then I think mine.
It's race morning. It's cold and windy.
It's, believe it or not, it's 10 degrees warmer than yesterday's start.
It's still windy. Hate the wind.
Those trucks will be transported to the finish line. You'll be the one to exit the finish chute.
It's so windy.
In the start area, we also have
Where's their sign?
Do not waste this. No, it's not your turn to talk. You can say, excuse me, and we can.
All right, we are running the Shamrock Marathon, Virginia Beach, today, March 16th. It's my second marathon, but I'm still nervous. Oh, the wind's died down. This is great. It was windy as crap this morning, which is tough to run through. All right. Wish me luck.
Christopher Leonard, Brett Adams, Mary Vasquez.
There you go, Scott! Go, Scott! Woo!
Leonard Mascara, Eric Rush.
Woo! We finished. About 3:40, but we finished. Ah, there she is. That's a rough one, man. That's a rough one.